Warriors. Hurricanes come in at 0-1, and I know that's very odd to say that as we are basically at the end of September now. But that's it. One game against Palmetto. The game against Lakeland, washed out. The game against Braden River, washed out. The game against Newsom, washed out. And what we have tonight is the first district game, and then we have on October 30th, the Newsom game has been rescheduled for a Monday night. Now, another programming note for those of you who like to write things down, next week we will be on the air Thursday night. Make a mental note of it, write it down, whatever you need to do. If you tune in to Hurricane football 1 week from tonight, you're not going to get anything. You'll get, you'll get some good talk radio.
That's all you're going to get.
But you're not going to get Hurricane football. We will be on the air next Thursday, and we'll be right back up here in this neck of the woods as Team Alonzo will district game. So, Gene Brown, that's the good news. We can get right into district play. The bad news is the Hurricanes don't get too many dress rehearsals.
Yeah, and when that was the hope coming in and playing some good teams to begin the season, and obviously with Coach Shakir coming in, trying to see what type of team he's got, we really went hard at the beginning, and kind of coming down with things. And when you look at it, you say, hey, we'd like to have a couple games under our belt before we start district, but it is what it is, and you got to keep going forward. And I know the coaches down here have seemed very excited about the week of practice and said, hey, let's come out. And we kind of had a little bit of a break that we didn't want, but we'll take and move forward and really start this district season off well.
What about the field conditions, Gene? I mean, they look pretty good, and I don't want to jinx this, but right now the weather looks good.
Don't say.
Well, I just found me a quarter, another quarter, and a dime, so 60 cents right here on the field. I think we're going to win. So heads up, all of them now. When you look at the field, 2 years ago I remember the field was very thick. Grass was very high and it was just very thick. Still pretty thick, but it's cut short. There's a couple of areas on about the 20-yard lines towards the sidelines that are a little bit wet, but not bad. It's in pretty good darn shape, and when you look out here, if you're kind of looking around, there's a lot of, looks like Australian-type pine trees, not a one of them laying down. So this area must have held up pretty well through the hurricane, but overall, I think this field's a good field, and there might be a little nip in the air.
Oh, man. Well, it is the first day of fall, right?
Correct.
Yeah, you guys are both going to have to get a drug test.
Little nip in the air tonight. All right. We're going to continue with our Shake Pit countdown to kick off, but first we'll take this time out. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football, presented by Conley Buick GMC.
People treat us like we're kids.
Yeah, we're kids.
We're also all-stars.
We're quarterbacks.
We're fighters. We're teammates. We're hype men. We make each other strong.
We're kids for now.
But we're all-stars for life.
Every great team has a coach that leads them to victory. Offense, defense, special teams. The coaching staff knows that it takes a full team effort in order to be successful. At Williams Wealth Management Group, we help our clients implement their strategic plan. We take a 360-degree approach to help our clients meet their personal goals. My wife Helene and I are proud Manatee High School graduates, and we love our community that we're raising our family in. At Williams Wealth Management Group, our services are more than money.
This isn't just any beach. This is where I grew up. The most beautiful beaches in the world. Incredible water and unbelievable sunsets, which you can experience every time you dine at one of our waterfront restaurants. Such as the Sandbar, where you can dine with your toes in the sand. Enjoy seafood from local waters and produce from our farms to your table. I'm Ed Childs, and I invite you to join me at the Sandbar.
Manatee County Sheriff's Office is proud to present the new iPhone and Android app. We remain dedicated to providing the highest standard of service to our residents and visitors. So with this app, you'll find valuable information right on your mobile device. The app imparts our latest news and events. Most wanted.
This may be one of the stadiums that just doesn't have a name.
We can give it one. Want to give it one?
Well, yeah.
Go ahead and name it yourself.
It's right off the interstate. How about I-75? Would it be east, right? We're east here of the interstate.
Are we? No.
Well, the interstate's right over there, and we're east, right?
We're west of the interstate. That's a Veterans
the other side.
That's a Veterans Expressway.
Well, that's what I mean by the interstate.
Well, that's not the interstate. That doesn't count.
It's a super highway.
It's a highway.
You know. Well, we've got about.
Don't you work for the sheriff's department?
15
Don't know
minutes.
Where to go.
Yeah, at least we found some food tonight. 2 years ago, we had a little issue finding food up here, but tonight we found some decent food, and we're about 15 minutes away. We're going to take a quick look at some other games tonight involving area teams. You've got kind of an interesting game. Dunbar 2-0, Venice 2-0. Dunbar, I don't know much about Dunbar, but apparently they're a decent team this year. Venice has played well, and I don't imagine Venice is going to have a problem tonight, but a couple of undefeated teams.
I'm going to just go. I don't care how you match it up all the time. I'm going to go with the quarterback situation every time. Carpenter's always going to be to get the heads up and the nod from me. Venice wins.
Well, if you want to talk about what should be the best game, it'll be the Miami Central Rockets, not the Rocket Man, the Miami Central Rockets against IMG Blue. That's the good IMG. I hate to say good and bad, but
how about one's paid for, one's not?
Yeah, basically that's it. But what a game that should be. 3-0, 2-0, and that game could go a long way in deciding the national champion, right?
Oh, absolutely. You're looking at two teams that are highly ranked in the national rankings, but I think finally IMG is going to find somebody they can match them speed for speed. Really were. They should have just reached up a little bit to the north and asked Armwood how quick and how good they are, as Armwood had lost 3 state titles to them over the past couple of years. But, you know, I like Miami Central in this football game. IMG, I think it'd be a great one to watch. I mean, if you're at home, and I think you're foolish if you're not going to the game.
Gene, what do you think?
Yeah, I kind of agree with Danny. You know, it's a new year, but Miami Central just is reloading and probably going to give them the best challenge they may get all year. But I do believe they're going to pull it out. Miami Central is going to beat them.
Well, one game besides this game, as far as district teams go, the Riverview Rams on the road to take on Alonzo. Riverview 2-1, Alonzo 1-1. Riverview, one of the few teams that have played 3 games. There are a couple teams that have played 3 games, and actually Sarasota has played 4 games. The Sailors at 3 to play a game. But getting back to the Riverview-Alonzo game, it's interesting because we'll be playing Alonzo Thursday night.
Yeah, that's going to give you a big test right there to find out exactly what Alonzo has. And sadly enough, I don't know that the comparison's going to be difficult today just because of the size of the offensive line that Riverview has. I think Riverview's got more skilled athletes. I think they win the football game, and hopefully, we get through tonight's game, we get through Alonzo, and eventually down the road, it's a showdown between us and Riverview. But we'll see.
The Shake Pit countdown to kickoff continues. What we have when we come back, we've got your head coach, Manatee head football coach Yusuf Shakir. We'll be back with more. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football, presented by Conley Buick GMC. I'm not sure there is one. Yeah, I'm not sure there is one. Ask that guy if there is a name for this place. Nothing? Okay. Okay. Why are they going out there now? This was exactly 5 minutes. More and more. Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise for the presentation of our nation's scholars and remain standing for our national anthem?
We'll get, somebody will get a picture of us and we'll get fired. Well, maybe we should sit down.
Under the command of Cadet Command Sergeant Major Deron Williams. Tonight's color guard consists of Cadet First Sergeant Jimmy Green, Cadet Sergeant Class Caleb Earp, Cadet Sergeant Sean Worms. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Fans, welcome to tonight's game between your Steinbrenner Warriors and the Manatee Hurricanes. As members of the Florida High School Athletic Association, most schools would like to remind you that participants and spectators should adhere to the principles of good sportsmanship before, during, and after the contest. Tonight's game is considered to be an extension of the classroom, with lessons learned on the field as important as those taught from a textbook. One of the most important lessons is the coaches, players, and officials will properly reflect on each school's commitment to excellence and support their strong traditions. Let us conduct ourselves in that manner tonight.
Yeah, I got you.
Your officials for tonight's game, your referee is Curtis Jackson. Your umpire is Ben Dallas. Your linesman is Matt Reisdorf. Your line judge is Ryan Fitzgibbons. Your back judge is Eric Newman. And your clock operator, Jimmy Golden.
No, I got it. I just want to make sure.
The Shake Pit pregame report along with Gene Brown. This is Danny Carter. We are here at Steinbrenner Field. Well, I call it Steinbrenner Field. Steinbrenner High School. I guess it really doesn't have a name tonight, Gene.
Yeah, I checked with a couple of the band members, and they had no clue. So they said, we don't think there really is a name.
I'm going to go with Steinbrenner Field all night. I think it sounds good.
Yep. All right, we're bringing in the captains now, and the head official said just stay out of his way. We can be in here if we want. So we'll listen.
Don't get backhanded.
All right, just obviously the captains are shaking hands and nice, ready to play football, I think. I think most of them have been out for a couple of weeks now and ready to do something, hit somebody, and when we look at it.
Throughout this contest, okay? You guys are captains of your squad, so that tell me that you guys are leaders, okay? So if we have any issues on this field, I'll come to you guys first, all right? Whatever the situation may be, just address it so we don't have to, all right? Having said that, the Florida High School Athletic Association asks us to enforce all unsporting-like acts, okay? Depending on what you do, can get you ejected from this ball game. We didn't practice it, we're not doing it, okay? It's all about football, okay? Play hard, play fair, but most of all, have fun, all right? Having said that, you guys are the visiting team. This is my corn. That is the head. That is the tail. That's the tail. That's the head. I want you to make the call, but when I flip it, when I throw it up in the air, I want you to make the call before I catch it, okay?
Yes, sir.
So if I drop it, we'll do it again, all right?
Yes, sir.
Your call is? Tails. Is heads. You won the toss.
Defer to the second half.
You want to defer to the second half, okay?
Right now, we like to be on offense first, so definitely take that ball and go from there.
All righty, well, we'll take our final break. When we come back, we'll have tonight's opening kickoff. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
Manatee receiving the ball coming from the south end zone.
This isn't just any beach. This is where I grew up, the most beautiful beaches in the world. incredible water, and unbelievable sunsets, which you can experience every time you dine at one of our waterfront restaurants. Such as the Sandbar, where you can dine with your toes in the sand. Enjoy seafood from local waters and produce from our farms to your table. I'm Ed Childs, and I invite you to join me at the Sandbar.
Appetizers only $5 after 10 p.m. Fast floors and staircases. LeCaridad Bakery. CollegeWallArt.com, the sponsor of your game program. Three Brothers Pizza on Gun, pregame meal sponsor. Adcock Financial, Panini's Grill, and Adcock Insurance. Our Navy sponsors, Ravello Medical Center, MI Homes of Tampa, CFM Florida, Grigart Allstate Insurance, Encom Systems.
Well, the Hurricanes and the Steinbrenner Warriors getting ready to start. With that said, I'll bring in the voice of the Hurricanes, Dave Pristo.
Thank you very much, Danny Carter. Trevor Hare has it teed up. He will be kicking off for Steinbrenner right to left. Back deep for the Hurricanes. We've got Javarius Pollock back there. We also have Iron Jackson. And the kick is a short blooper that is taken by Sir Williams at the 35 to the 40. Nice return to the 44-yard line by Sir. And that's where Manatee will have it, first down and 10.
Excellent field position to start off for the Hurricanes. A little short pooch kick, and they started out. And, Dave, that's a new look Hurricanes, as well as a lot of new looks on the offense coming here.
The starting quarterback tonight will be Keon Fordham, a 5'8", 170-pound junior. That's field by Josh Booker, a 5'11", 215-pound senior. It's Fordham out of the gun, takes the snap, will give off to Booker. Booker trying to get to the outside to the 50, puts his head down, and let's see where he is run out of bounds, close to the 40-yard line. What a nice gain on first down, about 16 yards. And just like that, the Hurricanes have the football in Steinbrenner territory. Boy, that's nice to see as the Canes come out with a spread offense. Keon Fordham at quarterback. Fordham takes the snap. He'll give off to Booker again. Booker leans in for a yard to the 39 before he's stopped. This Steinbrenner defense likes to fly to the football. Kind of a tale of two games. Is in their two games, they've got one shutout win, one shutout loss. 1-1 on the year for the Warriors. The Hurricanes 0-1, only their second game of the season. Three receivers to the left, one to the right. Fordham out of the gun, takes the snap, wants to throw, gets it away, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Iron Jackson. Boy, Jackson, the ball was thrown right in his hands.
Right in his hands. It just went right through him. He was perfectly wide open. He took a little 5-yard little button hook right there. He threw it right on the money. He just took his eyes off of it last second.
The receivers, Chauncey Wilson, Javarius Pollock, Wes Coleman from left to right on the line. Carter Sysak, Josh Muldoon. Dylan Spagnola back starting tonight. Omar Lagarde at right guard and Jeremiah Bartholow at right tackle. Third down and 9. Fordham will give off to Booker. Booker is run out of bounds short of the first down, running to the short side of the field, and short of the first down. He picked up a couple of yards. It'll be fourth down.
Why not? I think they will. Okay, you're stuck in no man's land on this one. You don't have the leg to get it there. You kick it in the end zone. You're just trading out 17 yards, so you might as well go for it.
Canes need 7, a long 7 to get the first down. Fordham out of the gun. Keon takes the snap. Here comes the pressure. Fordham will run out of the backfield, and he'll be stopped short of the first down. Fordham kind of slipped at around the 36 and was able to get to the 35, but the Warriors take over on downs, he just lost his footing. Because he began to cut.
Yeah, Steinbrenner came with a blitz on the outside, flushed him out of the pocket. When he came around, he had open room. He wouldn't have made that one cut, as you said, Dave. Right foot slipped out from under him and a stop.
Yeah, I think if he doesn't slip there, he may go all the way because he only had one man. And, you know, when Keon Fordham is out there in a one-on-one situation, he's going to win about 70% of the time. So the Canes Turner will drive start from their own 33-yard line, and the quarterback gives it off to the running back who has stopped. That's Brandon Garcia. Little end around, really, jet sweep, and Garcia is taken down by Justin Porter. That's a loss of 5. It'll be second down and 15. Porter has played well this year. He's a 5'11", 170-pound sophomore. Second down and 15. The quarterback for the Warriors, Hayden Carlson, the son of Jeff Carlson, the former Buccaneer, 6'3", only a sophomore. He takes the snap, and it's an inside handoff. Nothing doing. Manatee really flying to the football, bringing Waldron down for virtually no gain. It'll be 3rd and 15. Boy, you like the way this defense is flying around early. Let's set the defense quickly. Justin Lattimore, Chauncey Green, Donovan Osborne, Kashawn Madry, the front four. The linebackers, Justin Porter, Ethan Walls, and Brandon Dawsey. Sir Williams and Cedric Waters, the corners. The safeties, Josh Betts and Mike Collins. Carlson has thrown for 161 yards on the year and 2 gains. He will line up in the gun. Let's see if Manatee can put some pressure. Garcia in motion. Carlson takes the snap, wants to throw, fires it down. It's almost picked on a deflection, but it's incomplete at the 40-yard line. Boy, Mike Collins is upset he didn't pick it.
He had a hand on it back there. It tipped off the receiver's hand. I tell you what, the quarterback got rid of it quick, but they're actually getting some decent pressure. They're pushing. They actually won the line of scrimmage battle that time.
Will Diaz, the punter now for Steinbrenner. Back deep is Javarius Pollock. Boy, you like the way Manatee played defense. Now they're going to get the ball back. Boy, it's almost blocked as Diaz is able to get. It's a very effective punt as Pollock lets it down to the 21-yard line. Wow.
That's a mistake. You got to get over there and field that ball. Cedric Waters came off the corner, almost got the block. I think if he extends himself out, he gets it. Instead, he put his hands up and still running full speed. I think if he jumps at it, Junior in front of him, I think he has a chance to block it.
Yeah, the angle I was at, it would have been difficult to get to it because he did get it off quick, but he was close, so just get closer next time. And the way the ball hit, Pollock really had no shot at getting to it because it was so far to the right. It looked like it was going out of bounds and just kind of took a kickback for them. But, hey, good defensive stand after the offense sputtered a little bit.
Drive starting at the 22-yard line. Fordham, the quarterback. Fordham takes the snap, and it's a little end around to the 25, to the 30. That's Jackson. Iron Jackson with a strong run to the 33-yard line. That's a 12-yard pickup. Boy, you love the way that young man runs. Let me say, he is a freshman. I'll repeat it, a freshman. But he's a grown man already, 6 foot, 180 pounds.
Shows a lot of upside. He explodes through the hole. He doesn't wait for things to happen. And he
setback. Jackson is split to the left. And quarterback Fordham, and now the play is stopped. Keon was rolling to the far side. You like the look of this team so far, though, Danny. I'm talking about the Manatee team.
I think it's going to be against
offsides.
Offside, line up neutral zone. Beautiful.
Yep. 5 yards the easy way, so all of a sudden the ball is at the 38-yard line of the Canes driving left to right. We're scoreless. 7:57 to go in the first quarter as it is district game number 1. Fordham takes a snap. He's rolling. He's looking. He flips it down incomplete. Incomplete. He wanted Wes Coleman. Throwing against his body, not an easy throw.
Well, you got Breon Carnes calling the plays. That's very reminiscent of what we used to see in the Joe days of rolling left and throwing that way. And it's a short pass. He just led him a little bit too far.
Now, Keon, I mean, listen, he's got to get his feet wet out there. First game at quarterback since he played some quarterback when he was a freshman on the junior varsity team. Fordham sends couple receivers to the left, couple to the right, and he will just slip. He's having problems with his footing now. Gene, that's a problem, and I mean, is it just a slick field down there? What's the story?
No, I just think he's trying still to get the mesh point with the handoff, and what happened there was, looks like Booker may have taken a little bit of an angle that he didn't, Fordham didn't quite understand, and when he targeted, his feet just came out. But I think what he is, he's a little amped up right now. He's just got to relax a little bit and just let, plays happen.
3rd down and 8, and I think the Canes are going to get a timeout here. Yes, he calls a timeout with 6:39 to go. Quarter, we are scoreless. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football, presented by...
LaPensie Plumbing, Pools, and Air has proudly been serving Manatee and Sarasota counties since 1985. Our customer-first approach to the industry allows us to cover a wider range of services to fit your exact needs. From plugged-up sinks and broken gas pipes to leaky pools, we are your trusted full-service provider. LaPensie Plumbing, Pools, and Air, a reputation built on trust.
Call it 8. Line of scrimmage, the 35 of the Hurricanes driving left or right. Keon Fordham getting his first start at quarterback as a varsity player for the Canes. Sends 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Keon takes the snap once again, and he gets away from a tackler, and he's to the 35, he's to the 40, he has the first down to the 50, to the 40, there goes Keon, to the 30, he is finally dragged out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. What a run!
That was unbelievable, right? How he got out, it was like a magician getting out of all that stuff. That was just unbelievable that he snuck out of all that stuff. That's 36 yards, or no, 46 yards.
They say he stepped out right at the 20-yard line, so the Hurricanes are in the red zone, and that is definitely one of our best plays of the game, brought to you by Manatee Memorial Hospital's Emergency Services. Keon takes the snap, gives it to Booker. Booker running to his right and picks up maybe a half a yard. We're going to say no gain. 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line. He tried to bounce it to the outside, but good pursuit by Steinbrenner.
Booker's wanting to get to that outside. I tell you what, he's most effective when he can keep himself inside the tackles. There's a couple seams right there. He's just got to go ahead and dart it on in. But he's running the ball hard. He's being physical. He's taking actual hits to them and not letting them bring it to him.
2 receivers to either side, and we've got a water break timeout now with 5:43 to go in the first half. We are scoreless. You're listening to actually 5:43 to go in the first quarter, as both teams kind of feeling each other out here. The Hurricanes, I think, Danny, getting the best of the situation so far.
So far they have. I mean, 2 possessions. They've moved the football. They moved it well in the first drive. What really killed us was a couple of slips. Keon trying to do some things. No fault of his. It's not like it was anything bad. It just the footing wasn't very good. He just slipped out from underneath him. And until you see him in person and really understand how fast this kid is, it's unbelievable, because they had a good angle on him over there on that sidelines, and he just pulled away from the guy.
Yes, that's why we have him at quarterback, because he's the best athlete on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, Gene, I got to ask you, you're standing around the 20-yard line where
he was able to keep his feet, and that's what is good about it. But again, in the position at quarterback, sometimes you have to slow the game down in your mind and let it happen, and he's starting to do that, I think.
2nd down and 10, line of scrimmage, the 20 of Steinbrenner. Keon out of the gun. Keon takes a snap. It's a straight run to the 15. Keon to the 10. Keon to the 8-yard line where he's run out of bounds. Or, well, let's see where they spot it out.
It's going to be close to that 8 right there where that foot is.
It's going to be a first down and goal.
Yeah, call it the 9.
Yeah.
1st and goal after an 11-yard scamper by Keon Fordham.
Yeah, and what we need to do is we just need to run right at them. Sideline to sideline, they've got a little bit of speed, but we run right at them, I think we'll put it to them.
2 receivers either side for Fordham out of the gun. He's got Booker, and he gives it to Booker, but Booker is thrown down and loses about yards. Back to the 19-yard line.
Yep.
That was on
a good play.
The left side of our line. The guy just ran right through it. you got to get a hand on them.
But even situations like that, I mean, in those situations, once you get hit by it, just go ahead and drop. Take the loss of 3 or 4 instead of trying to fight out of it. I know you're trying to get the positive, but we're going a complete wrong direction there.
Yeah, now it's 2nd down and goal from the 20-yard line. Loss of 11 yards. Fordham wants to throw. He fires it down, and it's incomplete. So now you got a 3rd down and goal. Iron Jackson was the intended receiver. Ball's on the 20-yard line, and this is no chip shot of a field goal either. So just when it looked like things were going the Canes' way, 1st down and goal inside the 10, a huge loss and an incomplete pass, and now it's 3rd down and goal from the 20. Let's see where Pollock's lined up. He is split to the left. The big play receiver for the Canes with Booker in the backfield. And he's going to fire it out there to Pollock. Pollock catches it, sidesteps a man at the 10, still on his feet inside the 5-yard line on the far side, where he's brought down at the 4. And let's see if the Canes go for it here or not. A 15-yard pickup, close to 16. It'll be 3rd and goal, or 4th and goal rather.
The way your season's going, Dave, you go for it.
Yeah, I think so.
You're trying to put a little bit of confidence into your own players and say, listen, I'm putting the belief in you that we can get it to the end zone. Worst case scenario, as well as your defense played last series, you got them backed way up.
Ball is just inside the 5-yard line. It is 4th down and goal. Fordham out of the gun. Let's see if Keon just takes it himself. Oh, man. We've got, if that's a legal procedure,
that'll change everything.
Or it may just be a timeout. Let's see. Referees discussing what to do.
Judge thought so. He called timeout, official timeout.
All right.
All right. Nobody hurt now.
Gene, what's it spotted on? About just inside the 5?
Yep, right on the 4. So it's a 4-yarders, and like you said, I think you saw what was happening there. Keon was going.
Yes.
And going to try to break it up.
And I think that's probably your best play here. Fordham out of the gun. Takes the snap. He's running to his right. He cuts it in for the end zone, and it's a touchdown for Keon Fordham. Canes jump out to a 6-0 lead on a 4-yard scamper by Fordham.
Good run over there, and actually good job of the offensive line. There's enough of a seam right there. It's a pretty good hole, actually, for him to run through there, and he dove about 2 yards out. Wishing I'd have seen Malik Davis dive last week.
Yeah. Axel Lafro on to boot the extra point as the Canes jump out to a 6-0 lead. Snap good, hold good, kick good. Canes lead 7-0. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
With 3:34 left in the first quarter, Manatee Hurricanes 7, your Steinbrenner Warriors 0.
This is what I love, clean trucks and clean cars. That's what it's all about. Hi, I'm Zach Callis. I'm the owner of American Car Care Center, the friendliest car wash in Bradenton, Florida. We take pride at what we do here at American Car Care Center. Our employees treat your car like they would treat their own. They're here to make you happy, and our motto is, if you're not happy, tell us. If you're happy, tell a friend.
That drive was a 46-yard run by Keon Fordham.
All of our scoring recaps brought to you by Buccaneer Pond. Whether you're buying or selling, you need to visit Buccaneer Pond. And this kickoff brought to you by Basil's Chicken and Ribs. Basil's has been serving delicious, healthy food for over 30 years. And it is Lafro who approaches the ball, gets his left foot into it. A very high kick that's taken at about the 10-yard line to the 15, to the 20. That's where he's upended. And that was the young freshman, I believe, on the kick return. Patterson brought down by Brandon Dawsey.
Almost decapitated him when he came through there. He got a hold of him good.
Well, Patterson's the sophomore. I think that was Silas, Dion Silas. He is a 5'5 freshman, Danny. Moved in from Texas. A speedster.
The last 5'5 or less guy I saw was at a Popka.
Yeah,
we couldn't shut that guy down for anything. Of course, he had a great offensive line out in front of him, too.
You know, it's pretty dark out there. Man in motion. Inside handoff, nothing much though. Couple of yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Canes defense playing well so far. And you know, the defense is probably over there on the sidelines, Gene, saying, oh my goodness, it's an offensive drive.
Yeah, they got a little bit of rest. Any defense becomes a lot better when the offense is playing well.
2nd and 8. Carlson out of the gun. Sends 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Lone setback is Waldron. Canes with 3 down linemen. Carlson wants to throw. Boy, that was a dangerous pass. He completed it, but tackled right away. Good defense by the Hurricanes. That was Garcia who caught it, but great defense on the side by Collins. And you know what? That ball could have been picked.
I thought he was going to jump the route. He was sitting. That was Sir sitting on it. I thought he was going to jump that route.
He was really thrown into double coverage on the near side of backfield the Canes have with. You've got Betts back there with Waters, Williams, and Collins. A little bit of a low snap picked up and given to the running back, but he has stopped short of the 1st down. Excellent defense by Brandon Dawsey. So that's going to bring up a punting situation. It was a low snap, Danny, and that messed the play up.
It sure did, and we've seen plenty of that. You go back in the Armwood game. Anytime it snaps off, it throws the whole play out of sync. And as soon as it did, Dawsey just crashed in and wrapped him up immediately. Stopped him, no gain, forces a punt.
Will Diaz, the punter, stands back at his 15. Let's see if Pollock can get a return here. Javarius stands at the 35, and it's a line drive kick, and Pollock will have a chance to return it. He's at the 35 to the 40 to the 45 to the 50, and finally, after tight roping the sideline, at midfield, they're going to say. 16-yard return. That's a nifty return by Pollock. Didn't have a lot of room, but he was able to get it to midfield. Great field position for the Canes, driving left to right with 1:19 to go in the 1st quarter and a 7-0 lead. Want to let everyone know Eddie Mulock not with us tonight. Eddie has his Foundation of Dreams fundraiser tonight. Boy, that camp does such great things back in Bradenton, and Eddie founded that camp. Of course, needs to be there tonight, and he's listening. And Eddie will be back with us next Thursday night. Fordham out of the gun, 3 receivers to the left. Fordham will run it to the 50, and he spins to the 49, picked up a yard. He was thinking about pitching it to Booker. That's the thing you worry about, too many hits on Keon Fordham.
Well, it looked like when he was thinking about actually pitching, he was already wrapped up. I got a little concerned about that one. He held on to it. Yeah, he had a seam. He cut in there, but that seam closed in a hurry. He gives Steinbrenner defense a little bit of credit.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd down and 9 for the Hurricanes. 45 seconds to go in the 1st quarter. Fordham takes the snap, and it's a straight run by Keon, and they are able to bottle him up for no gain. Back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard. See where the spot is. Yeah, they're going to give him a yard, so it'll be 3rd and 8 from the 48-yard line. Well, they're starting to really crowd the line of scrimmage.
He needs to get back there. He's got to complete a couple passes to get him off. It's just they don't have to be long. It'd be short passes even behind the line of scrimmage.
And watching practice this week, he can throw the ball. Fordham out of the gun. Well, he's going to run it again. He's trying to get to the outside. He does, and he has the 1st down, and he is driven out of it. He wanted to go inside. It was clogged up. He got to the outside, and when Keon decides to go outside, it's very hard to catch him.
Yeah, he doesn't need a whole lot to get around there. He gets one guy to miss. He needed 8. He got 10.
And that's the end of the 1st quarter as the ball is spotted out of bounds at the 38-yard line of Steinbrenner. So we'll take a timeout. The Hurricanes lead 7-0. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC. will fire it out to Coleman. He is to the 35, to the 30, still on his feet, has the first down, and he is run out of bounds on the far sideline. That's all you got to do, Danny.
Yeah,
quick
nice
out for 13.
Quick 13, and that's what I just mentioned. All you got to do is get the ball short, let your receivers do some things. Then you can get them out of that box again. You got to spread them back out one more time. When they start crowding the line, it makes it a little bit more difficult for Keon to run.
Wes Coleman, only a junior, showed a lot of nice running and cutting ability last year for the junior varsity team. 1st and 10 for the Canes. Fordham out of the gun. He wants to throw. Coleman again. Coleman to the 30. Coleman to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. He's in the end zone for a touchdown. Wow. What a nice play as Coleman got the football again. Just the same play to the opposite side of the field, and he took it in for the touchdown.
Tell you what, he's got some good moves.
They said he stepped out at the 4-yard line.
Oh, man.
I didn't see it from over here. I was watching him go down that sideline.
Yeah, I didn't either. All right, well, then it'll be first down and goal from the 5. Just inside the 4, we'll call it the 5.
Give him 20
just
yards.
Inside the 5, we'll call it the 5. Yeah, that was an excellent run by Coleman. Did not see him step out, but the official's right there on the spot. So the Canes will have it first down and goal. I think we're going to have a timeout here, waiting for the official. Yep, it'll be a timeout with 11:39 to go in the first half. And the Canes lead, scoreboard says 13, but really it's 7-0 because they say Coleman stepped out at the 5. So we'll be back. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football, presented by Conley Buick GMC.
The islands of Anna Maria and Longboat Key are incredibly unique, just like the menus at our 3 world-class waterfront restaurants, such as the Mar Vista Dockside Restaurant, a surprisingly innovative menu featuring fresh seafood. Enjoy a timeless, laid-back atmosphere in a location like nowhere else. Come and experience an old Florida treasure. I'm Ed Childs, and I invite you to come and be our guest.
5, trying to increase their lead to 14-0.
I'd go to Booker.
Fordham looks like he's going to be under center. Booker the lone setback. Fordham is under center. And he will give it to Booker on the left side. Booker is in the end zone for a touchdown. A 5-yard run by Josh Booker, and it's 13-0 Hurricanes.
I'll say that I like the offensive sets that we're showing. We've gone in a couple of different sets. Yes, we've done a lot of different things so far. So far it's been very, very successful, and I tell you what, the defense has played outstanding so far through just a little over 1 quarter of football.
Looks like a different Manatee team out here tonight. LaFro on to try the extra point. Sir Williams the holder. Good snap, good hold, good kick. Canes lead 14-0. We're going to keep it right here as Danny's adding up the drive on that play.
Yeah, 6-play, 50-yard drive finished off with a 5-yard touchdown scamper by Josh Booker. 14-0 Hurricanes.
All scoring recaps brought to you by Buccaneer Pond. Whether you're buying or selling, visit Buccaneer Pond with locations on 1st Street in Bradenton, North Washington, and Sarasota. Another one of our sponsors tonight, American Car Care, Bradenton's premier car care and detail center. You know, the way the defense is playing tonight, you got to give it to American Car Care. They're our defensive sponsor. And you just go in there and you see Zach. What a great guy Zach is.
I was there
one
yesterday.
of the best.
I was there yesterday. Hey, also, I get something to you real quick. Hurricanes offensively so far through 1 quarter and at 30 seconds into the 2nd quarter, 148 yards of offense to Steinbrenner's 2.
All game statistics brought to you by CS&L CPAs, numbers you can count on. And this kickoff is brought to you by Basil's Chicken and Ribs. LaFro has it teed up, and he'll put his left foot into it. And it's a very, very high kick that is taken at the 5 and dropped at the 5. Picked back up, and the return man is down. There's a flag on the play.
They're going to call targeting. Watch this.
No, it's going to be a face mask, and it was.
How do you face mask there?
Well, he was trying to go back and forth, and our guy just reached out, and it wasn't intentional, but it was pretty hard.
Silas, the return man, the freshman, dropped it, picked it up, and then he was dropped himself.
Oh, that's terrible. 15 yards. That's going to put them at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, they luck out there.
Yes,
it was a good call from the standpoint of it wasn't intentional, but when the guy's moving back and forth, you got 4 guys there. He just reached out and unfortunately got it.
Still not great field position, but much better than drive starting from your 10. Ball now moved out to the 25. Hayden Carlson, the sophomore quarterback, sends 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 1 setback. And Carlson will give off to the running back, and he is stopped for a big loss. He had nowhere. Green was in, and he was in fast.
Chauncey Green and who's our other one in the middle? Mabry. Those 2 guys in the middle right now are just stirring it up. And they're showing a different look defensively up here, too. Sometimes they're going 4 down. Sometimes they're dropping back into 3. Now they're at a 3-down lineman.
That's a loss of 5 back at the 20-yard line. 2nd down and 15. Canes dominating really on both sides of the football. Manatee leads 14-0 with 10:47 to go in the first half. Carlson takes the snap. He pump fakes. He throws deep. He's got a man, and it is caught on the far side. That was a good throw, and it is caught and out of bounds at the 48-yard line of Steinbrenner. That ball hung up there for a while, but our corner couldn't find it.
If that was Betts who picked him up, or I think it was Sir Williams on that coverage.
So 1st and 10 at the 49. That's the first long play. The Warriors, that ball hung up a long time.
And their first down, Dave.
Carlson out of the gun. Now they've got a little bit of room to operate. And they will give off to the running back, Waldron. Waldron finds a little bit of a hole to the left side, and there's a flag on the play. He picked up maybe 4 or 5 yards. Wait and see what the flag is all about. Referees discussing it. It's going to go against the Warriors, a hold, and that's what you would expect, thrown where it was thrown.
Yeah, the receiver had to get the receiver out there holding as a running back tried to get to the outside.
Hey, we'll be at Buffalo Wild Wings Wednesday night. We've changed the night of the show. Went from Tuesday to Wednesday, and so far we've had great crowds, even though, again, it's been a little sporadic as we've opened the season here with only 1 game. We'll be there Wednesday night to talk Hurricane football from 6 to 7. Buffalo Wild Wings, Cortez and 41. Carlson takes the snap. He's under pressure. He'll loft it downfield. It's up for grabs, and it is caught at the 36-yard line, and again, Manatee has got to find the football.
That's inexcusable. He's just hanging the ball up in the air, and the safety's sitting there watching. Why he doesn't come up and make a play on us? He's 5 yards away. He has the opportunity to come up there and actually pick that football. It just hangs forever.
Yeah, and that was caught by Deion Silas, a 5'5 freshman. So it's 1st and 10, ball at the 35 of Manatee. Carlson driving left to right, and look, that's our most experienced unit. Our defensive backs. We were just bragging on them. Need to turn and find the football. Those really should be picks. Inside handoff to Waldron. He gets about 3 yards, maybe 4, before Ethan Walls stops him. Be 2nd down, 6, 9:50 to go in the first half. Yeah, defensive backs coach Dominic Dunbar, Tracy Sanders will not like those plays.
No, he's giving you plenty of chances for somebody to come up and take it away.
It's just like a jump ball in basketball. You got to go get it. Getting a rebound. Carlson wants to throw again. He's hammered as he throws it. It's a wounded duck, but it's incomplete. Wow, he was hit hard by Brandon Dawsey as he released it, and it was fluttering and fluttering and fluttering, and it just hit the turf harmlessly.
I can't believe it. That ball hung up in there a long time, too, and he got absolutely crushed. Surprised he didn't get hurt on that play. He got hit in the lower back area, and it just come off the edge with nobody around him. And what a great shot. That's one of those things as a defensive player you dream of.
And now it's 3rd down and 6. Line of scrimmage, the 31-yard line. Carlson takes the snap. It's a little toss sweep to Waldron to the left. Waldron is fighting for the first down. He will not have it. He'll be well short of the first down. He's to the 29-yard line. He'll be about 3 yards short.
Great job by the defense of stringing that play all the way out towards the sidelines. They just stayed parallel with the line of scrimmage, and running back had absolutely nowhere to go. And I think they're going to go for it here, Dave. They don't have the leg to kick, and again, you're in that situation. You punt it, goes in the end zone, you're not trading out a whole lot.
I said 3, Danny. Where they spotted it's going to be a good 4.5 to 5 yards.
Almost 5, yeah.
So they are going to go for it. 4th down. Carlson out of the gun. Let's see if they can put some pressure on this young man. The sophomore takes the snap. He looks, a lot of time, throws it over the middle. It's incomplete. You don't want to pick it there, though, unless you intend to return it a long way because it's 4th down. Just knock it down.
That's what I say. You see him jumping up and down. Oh, I could have caught it. You don't want to catch that when you take the ball over down there at around the 30-yard line. So instead, if you pick it back there, we're going to be stuck around the 10.
So good job by the defense after giving up a couple of pass plays that they should not. 26 to go in the first half. Canes lead 14-0. Line of scrimmage will be the 29-yard line as Fordham will take it, and he scampers to the near side, breaks a tackle to 35, to the 40, to the 50, to the 40, to the 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Key on Fordham, 71 yards.
He somehow slips out. It's almost as like they were trying to take his socks off. Somehow he managed to slip through that, and next thing you know, when he got to about the 45, Dave, he had 2 guys with an angle on it, and I just waved by. You knew he wasn't going to catch him. I mean, the speed he has is unbelievable. Once he gets by a couple, good luck catching him.
That was an electrifying run, to say the least. LaFro in to try the extra point. Manatee up 20-0. Snap good, hold good, kick good. Canes lead 21-0. 8 first half. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
Before the warning flags are launched, before the winds of change arrive, you must plan and prepare for what lies ahead. Your business and personal finances call for a trusted team to help you achieve your goals with numbers you can count on. Serving this region since 1954, CS&L CPAs provides accounting, tax, audit, and consulting services. Our mission is to understand your unique needs and create exceptional solutions. CS&L CPAs is a proud supporter of Manatee High School. Visit us online to find out more.
All of our game statistics brought to you by CS&L CPAs. Who can you count on?
Keon Fordham.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Gene Brown, some performance will check in with you right after this kickoff by LaFro. The left-footed kicker hits it down to about the 7, straight ahead to the 10, to the 15. Garcia across the 20, and he is down at about the 24-yard line. Gene, what about it? Quite a first-half performance.
Yeah, definitely quite a performance. And when he gets in there, he has the opportunity or the option to get it to Booker as they go down the line of scrimmage. But then when he sees that hole open up and the defensive back or linebacker go to Booker, he's going to take it. And one-on-one, I'd put him up against anybody on that team, and he's going to beat him.
Let me say this, and a lot of people watched USF last night. What you're seeing is a little Quentin Flowers. And
smaller version.
Smaller version. Yeah. And just every time Quentin Flowers touches at USF, he can go the distance.
He's smaller than Quentin, but he's faster than Quentin.
Yeah, that really. As the quarterback Carlson will give off to the running back. Nice little seam to the 30, to the 31-yard line. That's one of their best running plays. Picked up 6-7 yards. 2nd and 3. 21-0. I think these fans are a little bit shocked because I'm sure they've been following the scores this year. Well, just one score, really. And, thinking that, this may be the year that Manatee is vulnerable.
Well, in the high school world, and you got all these, blogs and everything going, I'm sure everybody's reading the rumblings that's been taking place.
Carlson on 2nd and 3 takes the snap, and it's an inside handoff, and that is Waldron. Deontay Waldron should have the first down. Let's see where it's spotted. Yeah, they're going to move the chains.
Here's one thing I'll say. The change of Fordham going in there to quarterback reminds me a lot. I know it's completely different, two teams, but Apopka did the same thing a few years ago. Their quarterback got injured. They had to change their complete offense. Manatee has basically made some wholesale changes here offensively.
Yeah, you're seeing a read option offense now and a dynamic playmaker. And the thing is, if you're having problems getting someone the football, at quarterback you have no problem.
Exactly.
Right? Carlson takes the snap, gives off to Waldron. Again, a hole right up the middle, and that's a good 9-yard pickup. All of a sudden, they're able to move the ball a little as Manatee has lost some of its intensity on defense. Not flying around like we were earlier in the game. Need to get that back.
The defense only had one play off there.
Yep.
So
6:30 to go in the first half. Canes lead 21-0. Steinbrenner has the football. 2nd down and 1. Line of scrimmage, their own 43-yard line. Carlson out of the gun. Takes the snap, wants to throw. Pump fake, now lofts it down incomplete. That ball was well covered. And that was Cedric Waters. Well, Manatee seems to cover well on just regular throws, but it's those change-ups that are 50 feet in the air that throw them off.
Yeah, the sky balls are tossing up. We just say, I don't know, maybe we'll lose it.
Well, you know what they say about change-ups. They're tough to hit, right?
That's exactly
you got
right.
A double step sometimes.
Yeah. According to, if you're Butch Jones in Tennessee, I guess you just call those 50-50 balls.
Yeah, champions of life. 3rd down and 1. Carlson with 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Inside handoff. Waldron has the first down, so that'll move the chains again to the 49-yard line. I don't know if we should have a water break here pretty quick, and we do. 6:07 to go in the first half. Canes lead 21-0. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football, presented by Conley Buick GMC.
This may look like an ordinary tomato to you. It's our Gamble Creek Farm tomato. It's the symbol of our commitment to provide you the freshest and locally sourced ingredients from our farm to your table. Like at the Beach House Restaurant, new from the ground up, with a great contemporary look and an incredibly relaxed atmosphere. It's as beautiful as an island sunset. This is the new Beach House. I'm Ed Childs, and your table is waiting.
Bristow, Eddie Mulock giving the night off back in Bradenton at the Foundation of Dreams benefit. Of course, that's Eddie's camp that he started. He'll rejoin us next week. Good news here, though, 21-0 Manatee. Steinbrenner has the football, 1st down and 10 near midfield. Carlson wants to throw, fires it over the middle, and it's incomplete and a flag on the play. That'll be interference against Josh Betts.
He hooked him.
Inadvertent, but nevertheless.
Yeah. Hey, they had that arm right back by you.
I'm just not clear what pass interference is. Well, I know what it is. I'm just not clear when it gets called. Last week in the Florida-Tennessee game, one of the first plays of the game, we threw it downfield, and Cleveland, I believe it was Cleveland, was just mugged.
Oh, yeah.
No call. And then the commentators on TV, I watched it later. I was at the Swamp for the game.
They agreed.
Watched, yeah. Oh, that's a good no call. What?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think Gary Danielson's nipping on something up there.
Yeah, could be. I don't know. I mean, that was just unbelievable, though, because he grabbed him. Last time I checked, you couldn't mug him.
Well, especially, I mean, it was only 35 yards downfield.
1st and 10 for Steinbrenner at the Manatee 35. Carlson will give off to Waldron. He is stopped at the line of scrimmage and driven back. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Good defense by the Hurricanes interior. Who got in there first, Danny?
Actually,
first-year player for the Canes, a senior. He's a good one. 2nd down and 10. Canes with 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers, 4 DBs. Traditional defensive set. Again, an inside handoff. This time a little bit of room. A 4-yard pickup to the 31. Dawsey on the stop. Dawsey's looked good tonight. We're all waiting for the return of Gerber. We think it'll be pretty quick. Pretty quick. Maybe 1-2 more weeks.
I'd say 2 more at the earliest.
Brett Gerber, of course, the transfer from Braden Christian, and easily when he steps on the field could be the best defender we have. He will be a welcome sight. Broke his foot in the summer. Smart kid. Of course, he's a National Merit semifinalist. A little bit past being smart, I think.
An excellent student.
3rd down and 6. Rifled that ball. That was a nice catch, too.
He got it.
That was Patterson with the catch. Dean Patterson. That ball was rifled. You know this quarterback is going to be well-schooled, his dad being Jeff Carlson, who runs quarterback camps. Of course, sometimes it's the toughest to teach your kid, right?
Well, you know, during pregame, he throws the ball extremely well, but in the game, he's not throwing it nearly as well, and that's just the speed of the game and everything picking up a little different when you got guys coming after you.
Hayden Carlson gives off on a little jet sweep to the freshman, and the freshman breaks some tackles, still on his feet, down to the 5, and he is in the end zone for a touchdown. Wow. What a run by the freshman running back, Dion Silas. Got it on a little jet sweep, and Silas took it in for the touchdown. That's first score of the night for, or it's now 21-6 with 3:53 to go in the first half. Well, he's fast. He reminds me of Jaden Robinson from last year.
Well, that's honestly, I think that's just a tired defensive unit out there right now.
He shouldn't be that tired, though.
It's a long drive.
But, again, we haven't played in 3 weeks. So that goes into the conditioning end of it. And we haven't practiced much. First week of practice this week in 3 weeks. And the kick is up, and it's good. So it's 21-7. We'll keep it right here.
Question mark here will be, what do they do on this kickoff? The initial kickoff to start the game, they just did a little pooch out there, and Sir Williams actually got a good return. It started out near midfield, but I'd suspect you might want to kick it a little bit deeper, but they're going to try and keep it away from the speedsters in the back. But really, you take that mid-unit on back. I
think they'll pooch it again.
I don't know where you can really kick it to. Defense a chance to get down there.
Yeah, you guys talked about the defense being a little winded and a week and a half off with really no practice. So if they didn't do anything on their own, they kind of got out of shape just a little bit. But they do look a little bit winded coming off. But in reality, they played basically back-to-back series with one play in the middle. So it'd be nice for the offense to score a touchdown now, but maybe on 3 or 4 plays.
The last time Manatee played was Labor Day weekend, right?
That was the Lakeland game, wasn't it?
No,
we played
Palmetto Labor Day weekend.
Wow.
Yeah, you think about it, 3 weeks ago. And it is going to be a little squib kick again, and it's taken by, is that Williams? To the 39-yard line goes Sir Williams. So again, pretty good field position for the Hurricanes. They're going to spot it. Actually, they're going to put it down at the 48 to go, leading 21-7, giving up a touchdown minutes ago. Let's see what the Canes will do here as they will drive right to left. Keon Fordham has been the star of the game. Fordham has Booker in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Iron Jackson will go in motion. He will get it on a jet sweep. Jackson with a lot of room, a flag. That's going to be a hold. He got 9 yards, but it's going to come back.
Makes you wonder who that's on, whether it's an offensive lineman or a receiver on that. And also, you had a lead block coming, so I'm not real sure who they got, but somebody got nabbed on the hold, and that was 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, so that's going to hurt.
Well, it's an outstanding play by the Hurricanes. They picked up 8-9 yards. And what you like to see is you like to see somebody else get involved with running the football other than Booker or Fordham, and there you go, Iron Jackson. Ball is brought back to the 24-yard line. well, we'll call it the 25. They need to get to midfield to get the first down. Keon will flip it out to Jackson. Jackson breaks a tackle to the 30. Jackson to the 40. Jackson to the 50. Look at Iron go to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. He is finally tripped up inside the 10-yard line. Iron Jackson.
Wow. Wow, that's all you can say about it is absolute wow. It's somebody that, again, there's just speed all over this field, and it's been a long time since I've seen that much speed from the Hurricanes actually get into action.
That was just a little screen, a little middle screen.
65 yards.
Jackson takes it inside the 10. We'll call it the 9. That's where the Canes will have it. First down and goal. Fordham takes a snap, and the play is stopped. Yes, it is. Manatee is going to have to get a couple things corrected here. Again, though, big plays, Gene. What you like to see?
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I think not that we want a penalty, but it kind of slowed a little bit because our defensive team is on the bench just still kind of sucking wind a little bit. They need, like, 2 or 3 plays here, then a touchdown.
First and goal from the 14. Keon takes the snap. He flips it out to Coleman. Coleman trying to get to the outside to the 10. Coleman to the 5. Coleman is fighting for the end zone. Did he get in? Yes. No. Well,
yeah,
what?
He's in, but that same guy's the one that threw a flag back here at the 11.
I thought he may have stepped out at the half-yard line, but they're going to call a penalty. Oh, man.
Yeah, he threw that flag right on the 11. Yep.
Man, Coleman saying, what do I got to do to get in?
He can't buy a touchdown right now.
And I'm not going to say it's not a good call because I have no idea. I'm not watching.
I did see it. There's 2 guys out there could have had it. I mean, all he's got to do is turn one way, and these guys will throw a flag if you see any jersey pull.
I do know we're going the wrong way. We're back to the 22-yard line now. First and goal. Fordham to throw. Fordham is trying to run away now from the line. He gets to the 20. He gets to the 15, spinning ahead to the 10, to the 5, and he is in the end zone. What a run by Fordham. 23 yards, spinning, cutting, a final spin, and a touchdown.
Can I tell you the most unbelievable part of this is the defensive player was at one point, from my vantage point, Gene's closer, he was within 2 yards of him, thought he was going to catch him because he was going to throw it, and he just ran away from him.
He was going to try to slap the ball out of his hand. He thought he had it, and then Keon just put it on, and then the moves and the balance was unbelievable.
Oh, man. Oh, it was in the far side of the end. His field is so dark, I kept waiting for the official to put his hands up, and he was kind of reluctant to do it. What a run by Fordham. The kick is up, and it is good. And now the Hurricanes lead 28-7. Why did they have 8 for the home team?
I don't know.
Just figure they'd throw a point on there?
I guess.
There, they took it away.
They heard you.
28-7. Gene, in all my years of doing these games, I'm not sure I've seen a more electrifying performance in one half of football. And I'm not saying in a big game, I'm just saying a game.
Well, to come in, to be his first start, kind of with a weird week, weird 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever we've had with all the different things, to come out here tonight on kind of this field now that they're running on it is getting soggy. You can really see some areas that are wet that is kind of sucked up from the rain we've had over the last several weeks. But it's very electrifying. It's very fun to see it down here on the field, to see him get hit and see players laying on the ground. Can't believe they just missed him.
LaFro kicking off the Basil's chicken and ribs kickoff. LaFro gets his left foot into it. This time it's kind of a line drive kick. Again, it's hard to handle. Picked up at the 10 to the 15 and down at the 16-yard line. Excellent kick coverage by Brandon Dawsey.
Dave, that last drive for the Hurricanes scoring drive was a 4-play, 60-yard drive. Keon Fordham from 23 yards out runs in for the touchdown. Point after good. 28-7 Hurricanes.
And again, all of our scoring recaps brought to you by Brad Meek and Buccaneer Pond. Whether you're buying or selling, just remember to go to Buccaneer Pond. What's Keon up to now?
10 carries, 168 yards, 7 passes in the game. He is 4 for 7 for 114. He's amassed over 300 yards of offense by himself.
All of our game stats brought to you by CS&L CPAs, numbers you can count on. Carlson out of the gun. He wants a throw, flag on the play. 249. Got Steinbrenner in bad field position. I'm sure right now, oh man, did we line up offside?
Yes, we did.
All right, well, maybe I take that back. I was going to say, you know, you get a quick 3 and out and you got a chance for another score.
That's part of our problem. We have 55 yards and penalties. We need to tighten up a little bit on that.
And a lot of that is simply you haven't played in so long. Basically like the first game of the year again, Danny.
Yes.
Carlson out of the gun on 1st down and 5. He wants to throw again. He does that little pump fake. He has a receiver, and it is dropped at the 45-yard line. That receiver got behind our DB on the far side, and that ball was thrown in there pretty well. Just was not able to be caught by Brandon Garcia.
And what I see down here is Sir Williams is really pressing what we would think would be their best receiver. And what's happening is they're coming off the ball, and he's really putting a move on him, and Sir is biting, and then he's wide open. But, you know, I mean, Sir, maybe you need to back off a little bit and just on that.
2nd down and 5, 2:38 to go in the first half. Little inside handoff and fighting for a yard, maybe 2. It'll be 3rd down and short because of the 5-yard penalty. Clock is rolling. He'll be, again, a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Line of scrimmage is the 25-yard line, just across the 25. We'll call it the 26. 3rd and 2. Carlson with Deontay Waldron in the backfield. Let's see what the play call is here. Man in motion, and it is a little jet sweep. The Canes are there, but the ball carrier gets the 1st down. That was Butler on the carry for the 1st down. Just a little jet sweep. Good defense, but they only needed a couple. And they get the ball to the 30-yard line. Carlson with 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He wants to throw. Not much pressure. The ball is hung up there, and it is knocked down. That's the way to turn and find the ball, Mike Collins. Nice play. Canes not getting the pressure we got early on, though, and that has a lot to do with just being tired. And again, we're not making excuses, but this really is the first game that we've played in 3 weeks.
Well, and they're going to have to go on defense when we come out in the second half, so this halftime can't get here quick enough for these guys to catch a breather.
Well, I got a feeling, though, you could come up with a pick here, Danny.
They don't want us to go back on offense, I can tell you that.
2nd down and 10. Carlson rolling to the near side. He's being chased this time, and he gets it out and incomplete. Just threw it out of bounds. That was a wise play as he was being chased by Ethan Walls. Also Justin Porter. And now the Canes have a 3rd down. And you know what? It's 3rd down and 10. The line of scrimmage is the 30-yard line. Still a $1:35 to go.
It's an eternity when you got these guys running on offense right now.
And I think you got 2 timeouts left.
1.
Oh, just 1. All right. Well, you got 1. And in high school, of course, the clock stops with 1st downs. Get a pick 6, you don't have to worry about 1st downs.
Exactly.
3rd down and 10. Carlson out of the gun, takes the snap, looks. He's under pressure. He goes down. The sack back at the 22-yard line, and it's Kashawn Madry, and that is a huge play by the Hurricane defense.
That's right. That's the American Car Care defensive sack of the game right there. American Car Care. Go in and see Zach. Go in and try and get the ultimate wash or ask him to detail your car. They'll do everything for you down there at American Car Care, Manatee Avenue West, across from Joey D's and Bill's.
Timeout on the field. We'll take a quick timeout. Canes lead 28-7. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football, presented by Conley Buick GMC. goes up and gets it, gets the kick off. Pollock back deep for the Hurricanes, and the ball rolls out of bounds on the far side at about the 43-yard line of Manatee. The Canes will have it. Good field position, driving right to left with a 28-7 lead with a $1:24 to go in the first half. I like the timeout there by the coaching staff to save a lot of time off the clock. Good clock management, because again, in high school and college, the clock stops for a first down while they move the chains. So the Canes have plenty of time with 1:24 to go. Quarterback, Keon Fordham. He's had a great game so far. Out of the shotgun, takes the snap. Keon wants to throw. He just flicks it out. It's incomplete, though. Wanted a man over in the right flat, but it was kind of short-armed. Bounced before it got to the receiver. No harm there, though. The clock stops.
Maybe it's a good thing we're not at home, because Lakewood Ranch and IMG are both in delays. Must be raining.
Nothing such here. Thank goodness.
Riverview leads Alonzo 13-0.
Okay. Kane sent 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Fordham out of the gun with Booker in the backfield. Keon is scrambling around, and there is a flag on the play, and the ball, Keon goes down at about the 35, the sack. Let's see what the flag is all about.
Gotta be holding.
I mean, that's a kind of a weird place to call the hold.
Yeah.
Well, if it is, you just kind of let the clock go. A lot of holds tonight against the Canes.
Yeah, they declined it.
Well, I say just run the clock out, but when you got Keon Fordham, just go with a quarterback run, right? It is 3rd down and long for the Canes. Line of scrimmage is the 35. They need to get to the Steinbrenner 47. So about 3rd and 18. Timeout by Steinbrenner, and I'm sure they're saying, watch out for the quarterback.
Yeah, don't let him get out of your sights. And yeah, if you watch what they're doing, they got so many guys coming right now to try and slow that run down. And if he can just flip one over real quick, I mean, go back to what you did with Iron Jackson. It doesn't take much. It's a short little pass, and all kinds of things can occur from that because you're just getting it in the hands of your playmakers, and they don't have enough guys back there defensively to take care of it.
All in all, I think the offensive line has been better tonight. Sysak, Muldoon, Spagnola, Lagarde, Bartholomew. Spagnola just getting back to action. Played some in the Palmetto game. But he's a young man who came on last year. He's 5'10", 230, and that's probably generous. He was playing JV center, and our center got hurt last half of the season and did quite well. He's a tough kid. All right, Fordham has 2 backs in the backfield. And he drops the ball, picks it up, and he will go down. Fortunately, he picked it up, though, right? Steinbrenner will call a quick timeout, so now it's 4th down.
I don't know how did they blow him down over there or what? I didn't quite see him actually go down with a knee.
Well, it's going to be 4th down and long, and Manatee will have to punt it away. And this is our first punt of the night. And guess who our punter is now? Keon Fordham.
I was going to say, let me just go out on a limb here.
Yeah, Keon Fordham has taken over as the punter. And it's a pretty, I mean, they're still thinking we got some time here. 48 seconds to go. Position, the line of scrimmage, the 30-yard line. Manatee went the wrong way that possession. And again, there's going to be mistakes because neither team has played in a while. In the second half, you're going to see a lot of hands on hips. You're seeing it in the first half. They're probably thinking, what the heck? Fordham's back there punting.
Can't get away from this guy.
You think if he just took it and ran straight toward us? Look, not much containment on this side. Good snap, and Fordham gets it off. What a nice punt as it hits at the 30-yard line and rolls dead right at the 30. Nice punt by Fordham. Those people are thinking, what the heck?
It's a 40-yard punt.
Danny, that is going to be a weapon because
every sense of the word.
If you in a little different position, Keon can just take off.
Yes.
You know. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to watch that develop when we're in punt formation.
All right, well, let's see if Mike Collins can find himself as a safety to stay back, read the throw, and go and pick it, because you know what they're about to do. They're going to hang these things up trying to get some yardage.
Hey, guys, if you watch the quarterback's eyes, I've noticed in the last couple of drives, as soon as he gets the ball, he's looking where he's going right away. He doesn't look anything off. So Mike Collins needs to hopefully see that.
Carlson is out of the gun, sends a receiver in motion, takes the snap. Here come the Canes. He's setting up a little middle screen. It's complete to Waldron. He gets about 5-6 yards to the 38-yard line before he's brought down, maybe 7.
It's going to be a holding against the receiver.
Yeah, maybe we need to just wind this clock down and get to halftime. Joe Weaver's ready. And the thing is, this is Joe's really debut this year because we haven't had too many highlights on offense this year. And we've got a lot of them tonight.
Got his work cut out for him this time.
Yeah, man. All right, after the penalty, the line of scrimmage, the 27-yard line. First down and 13. Carlson rolling to the near side. Rolling, looking, and he just flips it up and out of bounds. At least the young man has the presence of mind to get rid of the ball and throw it out of bounds, and I'm sure that comes from his dad and a lot of tutelage.
Oh, yeah, get rid of it before they get rid of you.
21 seconds to go now.
Because if he'd have planted his feet and wanted to throw it, Justin Lattimore was coming down on him quick.
I know a guy who planted his feet and threw it about 65 yards in the air last week. A perfect strike. Some guy named Felipe. Carlson takes the snap. Another little pump fake. He just throws it out into the flat. It's complete. Well short of the first down. Tackle man. That would be the wise thing to do.
It's going to be an unsportsmanlike penalty coming.
Oh, my goodness. The refs don't want halftime to get here either?
Well, I made mention of it. When you come up here into Hillsborough County, these guys just love to have the attention put on them. I don't care if it's football, if it's baseball, whatever. It is constant attention.
That's against Steinbrenner. Personal foul. That'll cost him 15. Maybe we should have just agreed with Steinbrenner. Hey, you take a knee, we'll decline it.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's get on out of here, right? That's kind of the way I feel.
9 seconds to go in the half. Trust me, there will be a halftime show. 28-7 Canes lead, but a very impressive first half on both sides of the ball for Manatee. It'll be interesting to hear Coach Shakir's comments. He's pretty even keel, though.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know that he'll be excited. It's rare.
All right, they're going to wind the clock down, and it hits 0. And Gene will catch up with Coach on the sideline.
Yeah, let me catch up with him right here.
Yeah, as they try and get everybody together. He's just talking to his team now, so we'll wait till he gets out of there with Gene. So
Gene's not his first priority.
2x2, let's go.
Getting him off the field here. Coach came out kind of obviously great on offense. Fordham's doing a great job. Defense is hanging in there, but they're still getting a lot of time on the field, and with being off for almost 3 weeks, no games, it's kind of catching up to us a little bit on the defense.
Yeah, I just think it's more. We just got to be attention to detail on the small things. You know, they're doing some adjusting on some formations on us, and so they're kind of catching us in that a little bit. But I think we'll be ready once at the end we kind of got things down. I think we got we lowered our level of play at the end and just got comfortable. We can't allow that. I think.
And defensive line doing a little better tonight. Obviously, still building all year. So.
Yes, we are. We just got to keep it going. And this is what a young team needs to play. So we're going to come out for the second half, first time all year.
Well, we welcomed you early on to a kind of a interesting start, and it's been even more interesting as we've gone. So good luck in the second half.
All right, thank you, Gene.
All right, that's Coach Shakir with Gene Brown. We'll take a timeout. Manatee leads at halftime 28-7. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
Manatee County Sheriff's Office is proud to present the new iPhone and Android app. We remain dedicated to providing the highest standard of service to our residents and visitors. So with this app, you'll find valuable information right on your mobile device. The app, in partnership with thesherifapp.com, gives you our latest news and events, most wanted listings, sex offender locations, submit a tip, job opportunities, and more. Manatee County Sheriff's Office is available for free in the App Store and Google Play Store. Download our app today.
This isn't just any beach. This is where I grew up. The most beautiful beaches in the world. Incredible water and unbelievable sunsets, which you can experience every time you dine at one of our waterfront restaurants. Such as the Sandbar, where you can dine with your toes in the sand. Enjoy seafood from local waters and produce from our farms to your table. I'm Ed Childs, and I invite you to join me at the Sandbar.
People treat us like we're kids.
Yeah, we're kids.
We're also all-stars.
We're quarterbacks.
We're fighters. We're teammates. We're hype men. We make each other strong.
We're kids for now.
But we're all-stars for life.
Before the warning flags are launched, before the winds of change arrive, you must plan and prepare for what lies ahead. Your business and personal finances call for a trusted team to help you achieve your goals with numbers you can count on. Serving this region since 1954, CS&L CPAs provides accounting, tax, audit, and consulting services. Our mission is to understand your unique needs and create exceptional solutions. CS&L CPAs is a proud supporter of Manatee High School. Visit us online to find out more. Manatee County Sheriff's Office is proud to present the new iPhone and Android app. We remain dedicated to providing the highest standard of service to our residents and visitors. So with this app, you'll find valuable information right on your mobile device. The app, in partnership with thesherifapp.com, gives you our latest news and events, most wanted listings, sex offender locations, submit a tip, job opportunities, and more. Manatee County Sheriff's Office is available for free in the App Store and Google Play Store. Download our app today.
This isn't just any beach. This is where I grew up. The most beautiful beaches in the world. Incredible water and unbelievable sunsets, which you can experience every time you dine at one of our waterfront restaurants. Such as the Sandbar, where you can dine with your toes in the sand. Enjoy seafood from local waters and produce from our farms to your table. I'm Ed Childs, and I invite you to join me at the Sandbar.
People treat us like we're kids.
Yeah, we're kids.
We're also all-stars.
We're quarterbacks.
We're fighters. We make each other strong.
We're kids for now.
But we're all-stars for life.
Before the warning flags are launched, before the
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Now entering the field is your Steinbrenner High School Marching Warrior Brigade. The band is under the direction of Mr. Jason Alger. The guard director is Matt Cottle. The Warrior Brigade is under the field direction of drum majors Leah Gallo, Marcus Smith, and Kate Wall. Guard captains Casey Foreman, Skylar Mason, and Allison Ribble. The band captains are John Cowan and Allison Crane. Tonight, the brigade is proud to present its 2017 show, The Mask of Zorro. Selections this evening include The Plaza, Zorro's main theme, and I Want to Spend My Lifetime Loving You, featuring soloists Haley Clouda and Brandon Vergara. The Warrior Brigade would also like to send a special birthday wish to our guard director, Mr. Cottle. Happy birthday! I Want to Spend My Lifetime Loving You will also include soloist Nathan Nestor. Warrior fans, let's be sure to talk about our sponsors tonight. Glory Days. Join us after the game. Our appetizers $5 after 10 p.m. Bass floors and staircases. LeCaronette Bakery. CollegeWallArt.com. That's the sponsor of our game program. Three Brothers Pizza on Guns, which gives us our pregame meal. Adcock Financial, Panini's Grill, and Adcock Insurance. Our Navy sponsors, Ravello Medical Center, MI Homes of Tampa, CFM Florida, Greg Arndt Allstate Insurance, Encom Systems, Low Gear, Titan Spine and Sports Medicine Center, D1, Greenwise Roofing, BSN, Romoli's Pizza, and Team Worldwide. And be sure to follow Steinbrenner Football on Facebook and Twitter for your up-to-date information on the Warriors.
Statistics brought to you by CSNL CPAs. Numbers you can count on. Go to cslc.com for details. Start the second half.
Might need to be sponsored by No Dose. Will you quit yawning over here?
Whew, man, been a long week. Axel Lafro has it teed up at the 40. He'll be kicking left to right. Dean Silas, the speedster, back deep. And it's a little bit of a short kick taken at the 5 to the 10 to the 20. Good seam to the 30 to about the 32-yard line. And that was Aiden Butler. Yeah, Bitter, as the PA guy says, not Butler, Bitter. Well, the Hurricanes need to get back to what they did so well in the first half, and that's good aggressive defense. They were really flying to the ball early, Danny. Got away from that a little bit in the second quarter. Let's see if they can get back to it. And 10. Drive starting from the 33-yard line. The quarterback is Hayden Carlson, only a sophomore, 6'3", 180 pounds. He takes the snap, wants to throw, fires it downfield, and it is almost picked off. Wow, that ball was hanging up there. The intended receiver was Silas, but Danny, that was almost pick six.
Yeah, Silas just running the outside hash there. It's a long throw across there. Mike Collins just sat back, read that very well, came up and just got his hand in and deflected. If he gets there another half second earlier, he's got both hands on and a lot of green grass the other direction.
Second down and 10 for the Warriors, driving right to left. Carlson takes the snap, gives off to the running back who gets a yard, maybe 2 to the 35-yard line. Nice defense by the Hurricanes. And we got a player a little bit slow to get up.
That's Chauncey.
And now Chauncey gets up. He was part of that tackle, Chauncey Green, 6 foot, 265-pounder. So it'll be third down and 8.
I've done extremely well. You'll see Justin Porter come up and play off that end opposite of Lattimore. Mabry and Green have played extremely well on the inside. And also tonight, too, getting a lot of play defensively is Quentin Rome. He's gotten a lot of play in the interior.
Third down and 8. And there's a flag on the play.
Everybody moved but the center.
Center said, I'm not quite ready to snap it. So that'll cost him 5 yards. And, boy, that's really costly when you go from a 3rd and 8 to a 3rd and 13. Psychologically, just that 13 yards, when you get into the double figures yards, you're thinking, we need to come up with a big play here. Let's see if the Canes can put some pressure on this sophomore quarterback. 28-7 Manatee leads. We're just underway on the near side hash mark. Carlson wants to throw deep. The ball is hanging up, and this one is picked off. It's picked off by Collins. Collins to the 40. Collins to the 45. Collins to the 50. Collins to the 40. We got a flag. This one's going to come back as Collins gets it to the 35-yard line, but they're going to bring it back. There's going to be a block in the back at the 50-yard line, but an excellent return, and the ball was well played. That's the good thing, as Collins got one of those bloop throws that hung in the air, and he was able to pick it.
Yeah, it was a 38-yard return on the interception, but the flag was thrown back on our 48-yard line, 47-yard line, so they're going to bring it all the way back as a block in the back. I think they got Josh Betts with a block in the back on the return. So the Hurricanes will set up a great field position. Should start somewhere around their own 37.
Yeah, that's the way the defense needed to come out, Danny. Playing inspired football. And they get the turnover. And the drive start will be the 37-yard line, driving left to right. Fordham, the junior quarterback, his first start as a quarterback on the varsity team. He takes the snap, and he lofts it down. It's complete to the 40-yard line. Short pickup. That was Pollock who caught it, but by the time he got it, the defense was able to converge and make the stop. It'll be 2nd down and 7. But that keeps the defense honest, though. They have to spread out a little bit when you're throwing out to the wideouts on those quick passes. Pollock this time comes split to the near side on 2nd and 7. And it is Josh Booker with the carry, and that's a good run on the far side as he's still on his feet. Man, that's a beautiful run as he just busted it to the outside, finally out of bounds at the just over the 40, the 39-yard line, a 21-yard run. I don't know how he tight-roped it over there, Gene Brown.
Yeah, when he bounced outside, he was able to keep his feet and just got down there, and even when the defender hit him, didn't knock him down.
He's a big, strong man, 225 pounds, as, again, it is Booker on the left side, fighting for yards to the 36-yard line. I'd like to see a little more of that, Danny.
I'd
give Keon a break.
Well, and run that play again. Sooner or later, he's going to pull it out of the belly of Booker, and he's going to come down here. He's got Jackson as his pitch man, and I tell you, it's wide open. It won't happen this play. I think Jackson going to the receiver spot, but sooner or later, it's going to happen.
2nd down and 7. That was a pickup of 3 by Booker. Booker off to a quick start here in the second half. 9:03 to go in the third quarter. Canes lead 28-7. Fordham takes the snap, and it's an end around to Pollock. Pollock trying to get to the outside. Finally does it the 30-yard line and goes out of bounds. He was first down, but he'll be right on the first down marker at the 29-yard line. Let's see if they move the chains or not. Pretty good spot, I think.
It's awfully close. They're going to bring it. First down. There they go.
Boy, nice move by Pollock at the end there. He just kind of ducked under the last tackler, was able to pick up that extra half yard that gave the Hurricanes the first down. Fordham sends 2 receivers to either side. Booker in the backfield. Keon out of the gun, a little bit of a high snap. Keon sidesteps a man. What a move. Keon to the 20, Keon to the 15, to the 10. He's in the end zone. I have to chuckle because it's just an incredible thing to watch. 29 yards.
Wow. He made that guy.
Goodness.
He dropped his pants. I mean, he took a step, and that dude just broke down like somebody shot him.
And ladies and gentlemen, we've been doing these games for probably way too long now. And we've seen the betting a lot. As I believe there's a flag. Missed that call. Gene, did you pick it up?
Might be an illegal participation. I'm not sure what they're doing. All right.
On us. But
they'll possess it on the kick.
Something, the kick
unsportsmanlike.
Touchdown. But that was, I mean, like you said, Dave, we've seen them all since 1989 for me. And that was a move that I've never seen. I mean, Tommy Frazier was great at going around and just making the option, but I've never seen where it's like boom, boom, and he's gone. They can't even reach him. They're reaching for him.
So quick on that break. Oh, my gosh. He's going to break ankles is what he's going to do. The extra point is up and good, and it's now 35-7. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football presented by
Capped off by a Keon Fordham 29-yard touchdown run, point after good, 35-7 Hurricanes.
Well, first of all scoring recaps brought to you by Buccaneer Pond. Whether you're buying or selling, visit Buccaneer Pond. The next thing, that was one of our best plays of the game, brought to you by Manatee Memorial Hospital's Emergency Services. Manatee Memorial has you covered 24/7. And last but certainly not least, this is the Basil's Chicken and gets his left foot into it, rifles it downfield, and hits the leg of a Steinbrenner player, and then it's just pounced on by a Steinbrenner, another player at the 35-yard line. Man, that was like a hot potato down there. Well, again, let's get back to it. Again, we've seen Taggart, we've seen Wiggins, we've seen recently, we've seen, a long time ago Frazier, but recently we've seen just outstanding players in the 80s and 90s, 2000s, and that move right there was one of the better moves I've ever seen by a Hurricane player. It was electric. You've got to come out to Buffalo Wild Wings and see that. A little inside handoff, big room though, right up the middle, and that's a nice gain of 11. Well, now they're going to say his knee went down at the 44. Thought he got by the 45, but no, just shy of the first down. Yeah, get out to Buffalo Wild Wings Wednesday night. We're going to start showing highlights, and you want to see that one. If you're not watching on the stream, you saw it on the stream if you're watching on the stream. Another inside handoff. This time the Canes all over the ball carrier. Great defense by Lattimore and Chauncey Green. Justin Lattimore, 6'2", 195-pound junior. This is a pretty young defense, too, up front, Danny. You've got Lattimore, Green, Osborne, Madry, all juniors.
Madry's played very well in there. So far, most of the night has been Madry and Green right in the center. Now, they'll move them around every once in a while, but Lattimore's just coming off that edge constant.
Third down.
Lined up there now.
Third and short, 3rd and 1. Carlson back in the gun. I thought they moved pretty quick, but the ball carrier is smothered by Chauncey Green. As soon as he got it at the 40, he went down. A loss of 3-4 yards, and they're going to have to punt the football. Wow. Nobody blocked Green, and he's having himself a whale of a game. Well, I say they're going to have to punt the football, but maybe they're going to go for it.
They're feeling this is kind of out of hand, so they give us a short field right here. We can make something, get ourselves to a possible running clock here a lot sooner than I thought it might happen.
Guys, the ball is on the 40-yard line, and they're going to go for it. 4th down and 4 from their own 40. Let's see if the Canes can get pressure on the young quarterback. He takes the snap. It's a little jet sweep to their speedster, and he is able to get around the corner and get the first down. Boy, they need to get the ball in the hands of Deion Silas more.
Yes, they do. He's got to touch it a lot more often than what he's doing. I mean, he doesn't get enough. I mean, that's only like 3 touches all night. Now he's coming off hobbling, so he ain't going to touch it this play.
Boy, does he remind you of Jaden Robinson from last year, the Hurricane player who unfortunately transferred to somewhere in Orlando. I'm not sure where.
With our luck, he's a Dr. Phillips.
Yeah. First down and 10. Gutsy call. They get the first down. Carlson back in the gun. 1st and 10 from their own 45. And it's a quarterback keeper to the right side, and he fooled everybody on a little bootleg to the right for a nice gain across midfield to the 49-yard line. Close to a water break here with 6:18 to go. in the third quarter. Manatee leads 35-7. We'll be back in action next week. It'll be a short week. We'll be right back up here to Alonzo next Thursday night. We've got timeout on the field. Again, Canes lead 35-7. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football, presented by Conley Buick GMC.
Your business pulls you in a lot of different directions. Managing HR is just one of them. But you never know what questions may arise. What if you had a team to turn to that could take the guesswork out of HR, save you time by researching the answers for you, and help protect your business? One made up of friendly, approachable HR professionals dedicated to helping people just like you find the HR information they need, no matter what size your business is or the industry you work in.
Gave Eddie Mulock the night off. He'll rejoin the broadcast next week when we're right back up here as the Canes take on Tampa Alonzo next Thursday evening. Kickoff 7 o'clock, airtime 6:30. Second down and a long three, driving right to left, the Warriors. And it's an end around to Bitter, and he is dropped at the line of scrimmage and driven back. They'll mark it at the 49-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and 4. Ethan Walls and Brandon Dawsey on the stop for the Canes. And remember, Manatee will get Brett Gerber back here in the next week or two. And he's an impact player. 3rd down and 4. Carlson out of the gun. Manatee jumped off sides, and that gives the Warriors a first down the easy way. You hate to see that, but better here than in a tight game.
7 penalties on the Hurricanes tonight, 70 yards. Steinbrenner's 6 for 60, so there have been 130 yards in penalties in this game.
To be expected, first game back in a long time. From the 43 of Manatee, Carlson looks over to the sideline to get the play call. He has 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Low snap, picks it up, fires it, and it's incomplete. Garcia, the intended receiver, went right through his arms and almost went into the arms of Betts.
Well, almost in his, and you had Sir Williams there too. Sir's head was down. I think his eyes are up. I think he sees the ball and has a chance to make an attempt to pick that ball.
Wow, isn't it great, Danny, when you turn the TV on and see all these Manatee players?
Yes.
Last
they're
couple
everywhere
weeks,
right
they
now.
are everywhere. Carlson takes the snap. Another first down for Deontay Waldron to the 35-yard line. This is reminiscent of the drive they had in the first half, Danny.
Yes, they just kind of pounding away, shifting some things up. They'll throw here and there. They're 3rd and short here.
And it'll be 3rd down and a yard. Manatee bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Canes lead 35-7, 3rd down and short. Carlson out of the gun. He wants to throw. Now he's being chased, and he breaks a tackle, runs to the right. There's a flag on the play. He has the first down, but it's going to come back. It's going to be a hold. Nevertheless, Manatee still should have had him.
I'll tell you what, this coach is down here complaining, but I'm going to tell you, that right there, Sir Williams, what he did, that play was intended to go out here to 24, the receiver, for Steinbrenner, but he did a great job of hand-checking him up the line and would not let him get off to get the freedom. That was awesome.
Be against Steinbrenner, and that'll move him back close to midfield.
They're taking that from the spot of the foul. You're throwing 10 on that. That's a loss
50.
of 4, really, from where that flag was actually. That's a 14-yard penalty.
Back to the 50-yard line. Actually, just a hair on the other side of the 50. So Steinbrenner will have it 3rd down and 15 now.
Collins is not in the game. Who we got in his play? Frank Waiters is back there at the safety position. They're going to be run up on a delay here if they don't hurry up. 5 seconds.
Carlson out of the gun. Now he sends a player in motion. Barely gets it off, and he wants to throw. He will fire long. The ball is held up, and it's incomplete.
That was
nice
offensive
play.
pass interference, Dave. Did you see him grab a hold of Sir?
Yeah, that was Garcia battling with offensive play by Sir Williams.
Wow. I don't know how the guy missed it. I mean, I know we're a little bit higher, but you can see the pull of the jersey, and he just let it go.
Now it's 4th down and 15. Will they go for it again? I guess
Absolutely.
the score is 35-7. Why not, right?
Now he's sitting on number 4. Different quarterback. The last one it threw was 8. 8 was lined up out there.
They bring Carlson back in. And he might quick kick it here. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. He just pooches it down. That's a pretty nice little quick kick. It hits at the 10 to the 5 and goes out of bounds just inside the 5-yard line. That's a beautiful play.
That was done extremely well right there.
So with 4:33 to go in the third quarter, the Canes lead 35-7. And Manatee's offense will trot back out.
Well, it could be time for a little bit of Booker right here. I'd even get the ball out in the flat real quick to Coleman. Coleman hasn't touched it in a while. Try and get it to him. He's elusive. I was telling you at halftime. It reminds me a little bit of Anthony Laurel.
Yep. Canes have it 1st down and 10 at their own 4-yard line. Keon is under center. And give off to Booker, who gets across the 5 to the 6. Manatee just trying to get some room.
Very fortunate there, Dave. The ball, I think he dropped the ball. He had to pick it up and turn around and hand it to him again.
Wonder why it took so long to develop.
Slipped out of the hands of Keon Fordham. He managed to get the ball back to Josh Booker.
2nd down and 8. Canes now line up in an I formation. Fordham is under center. Keon will give off to Booker. Booker running to the left. He down on the far side. Josh Booker popped it to the outside. Very effective run by Booker. And it's 1st down and 10 for the Canes. Boy, you like when you're able to just line up in the eye and pound it for 13 yards. So it's 1st down and 10 for the Canes. Out to the 18-yard line, driving left to right with a 35-7 lead. Fordham now drops back into the shotgun. Fordham takes a snap. He wants to throw. Has a lot of time. He's going to go long down the far sideline, and it is caught at the 45 to the 40 by Pollock. Pollock to the 35, and he is down to the 32-yard line. Wow, that ball was up for grabs, and Pollock went up and got it. But I'll tell you one thing, Keon threw it a long way.
Keon threw it perfectly, and Pollock ran right under it and just jumped higher than the other guy, but it gave it an opportunity to catch the ball. That's the most important. Put it where the receiver can go get it, because it's hard for that defensive back when he's spinning like that.
That's a 47-yard pass play. 1st down and 10 for the Canes at the Steinbrenner 31-yard line. Booker and Jackson in the I formation. Jackson is the I back. And it's a play action. Keon wants to throw. He's being chased, and he will loft it downfield, and it is caught by Booker. Booker up the near sideline, and where did he step out of bounds?
Way back, looks around the 15, Gene.
13-yard line. What a great play and catch. Keon kept it alive, and Booker made a great over-the-shoulder. And you may say that looks a little Sandlot, but it was a designed play, and they just stretched it long enough to keep it going.
Well, we had Booker and another receiver out there right close to Booker, and Booker's the one who grabbed the football and then tiptoed down the far sidelines, and it's 1st down and 10 for the Canes from the, we'll call it the 14-yard line. And a little reverse, and that's Pollock, I believe. Wait and see. And he's not getting up real fast, unfortunately.
That's not good.
It's not Pollock. It's number 3.
Oh, it's Chauncey
Wilson.
Chauncey Wilson, yep. Chauncey Wilson's first carry of the night. Maybe he just got the wind knocked out of him.
Looked like his arm got underneath him kind of in a weird way.
He's quick.
Yeah, but it's not good.
We got timeout on the field as they attend to Chauncey Wilson, so we'll take a timeout. 2:53 to go in our in the third quarter. 2:53 to go in the third quarter. 35-7 Canes lead. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football, presented by Conley Buick GMC. Walking fine.
Huh. Hard to say. He moving that left arm, though. Left arm staying down by his side the whole way across. That could be a shoulder injury.
All right, it's going to be second down.
Wait for Gene to get the update if they don't give us the HIPAA thing again.
2nd and 7 from the 10-yard line. Fordham is under center. Keon will give off to Booker, and man, he swarmed on for a loss back at the 15-yard line. So loss on the play, and so now we're faced with third down. Where is it? Yeah, it's third down. It'll be third down and 12. Canes need to get down to about the 3 to get the first and goal. Line of scrimmage is the 15-yard line of Steinbrenner. Manatee driving left to right, down to 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Keon Fordham in the shotgun with 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Fordham wants to throw, and he lofts it down, incomplete. We're through him.
Promise you, he wishes he had that one back.
Yeah. You know, he made the right decision. He could have run the football, but Pollock was wide open, and you know, he's on the move a little bit, and it just floated on him.
Yeah, it hung there just like it wouldn't come down. If he leaves it out in front of him, he's got it money in the bank. Instead, he just kind of lofted it up just a little too much.
And remember, this is Keon Fordham's first game as a quarterback in varsity football. Manatee taking a timeout here. We'll keep it here with 1:57 to go in the third quarter. Manatee leads 35-7, and you know, it's supposed to be just a beautiful weekend. We've got all those storms out of here, and now you can just relax, head out to one of the great beach house, Sandbar, Mar Vista, great restaurants out there. Take your pick. They're scoring big in whole new ways. I tell you what, you know, they grow all their own vegetables, but great vegetables. I love the grouper sandwich. And one thing you just can't beat right there on the Gulf. Unless you go to Mar Vista, you're right there on the bay.
I like Mar Vista. That's my favorite of all of them. My Sandbar and Beach House are absolutely beautiful. They've done a bunch of renovations out there at Mar Vista as well. But
you don't beat it.
No, you can't beat it.
May go out there this weekend. Back to action here. Keon is under center, and it's fourth down. I formation. Keon rolls to his right, rolls, throws it down, and it is incomplete. Wow, I thought it was caught, but Coleman couldn't hold on to it.
Ball was just a little bit on the low side. Really was no reason to be that low. I think he's, you know, here's the best part about what we're watching at Keon. He's finding space when he gets out there. He'll get better and fine-tune those passes on the move like that. And his receivers, they're open. They're open. He'll dial it in over time. I tell you, this drive started at the 4-yard line.
Yep. And they flipped the field at least.
Yes.
No points, but they flipped the field, and Steinbrenner will take over, trailing 35-7. They'll take over at their own 14. And again, an inside handoff and too much room in the middle for the running back, Deontay Waldron. Dawsey finally with the stop, but not before Waldron got 9 yards. Too many on first down. Boy, we were hoping for that running clock.
Oh, wasn't I?
9:30. And we're on 9:30. How about that? As there's a little handoff, there's a fumble on the play, and Manatee, I believe, has it. Boy, I believe it was Betts, and the ball carrier never got his hands on the football.
No, that thing,
it flew out of there.
He got the ball. I looked as if it was below his hands.
I saw something flying out of there, and I'm thinking, is that the ball? Yep. And, hey, we may get our wish. Manatee with the football back, and one more score, and we will have a running clock. 35-7 with $1:13 to go in the third quarter.
Josh Booker's run, I'd like to see him get this one get it to the house here on this drive. He's carried the ball 11 times for 51 yards and a touchdown so far.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Fordham in the gun. Booker lines up right beside him. Keon wants to throw, stands in the pocket, and now he will loft it down in the end zone, and it is incomplete. Just knocked down by the Manatee player at the last second.
That's an ill-advised pass there. If that one you're going to throw, you need to throw to the sidelines over there out of bounds. You're already out of the pocket. You had a guy there. You could have clearly got it out.
Well, I know what they're trying to do now. They're trying to work on Keon's throwing. Because, to be quite honest, he could have run the ball for a long way right there. And I think the coaches have told him, Keon, I want you to stay, well, not really in the pocket, but.
I'd like to see you run that play. You know, something else that you look at designing later on in that is as you roll out is bringing your guy from the far side. You got these guys taking off deep. You're pulling everybody away, clearing out. You get somebody like a Pollock coming the opposite way, and even line him up even closer to the slot, or even line him up in a tight end position to just get a little chip and then slide across underneath. He's going to be wide open. Everybody's going to take off down the field and have a lot of room. On the pass that he caught earlier where he had a break to go, if our receiver, it was number 12, is Michael Oliver, he's only a sophomore. He had an opportunity to come back and make the key block that would have sprung Pollock all the way to the end zone. Instead, he ran out in front of him, and I watched Javarius as he gets up off the ground. He's like, what are you doing? You know, there's no one else down the field to block. I needed you to block this guy. You block him, and we score.
Injured player on the field for Steinbrenner. He appears to be okay.
It's cramping.
And it's a hot, humid night. Not here in the press box. It's quite delightful up here. But down on the field.
Well, I'm kind of, it still is a little breezy. A little chill in the air.
Little nip in the air.
Little nip in the air. It's even, first day of
Turn the calendar. It's fall, autumn, Halloween, Thanksgiving, cold nights.
An update on our injured player, Chauncey. It's an elbow injury. So it's where it's supposed to be now.
Okay.
Kind of
like Fordham earlier last year.
Yep. By the way, Dave, just to let you know, this is the first drive that we have started in Steinbrenner territory.
2nd down and 10. Fordham is under center. Booker, the lone running back. And Booker gets the call, trying to get to the outside, breaks 1 30-yard line.
That was a face mask if there ever was one.
And he kept his balance and still kept going forward. So it'll be called, obviously, the flag here on the sideline.
Okay, they got it over there. I mean, this guy back here watches his whole head turn around.
Yeah, we didn't see the guy back here call it. We're like, what?
It's a good thing Booker's strong.
Boy, is he strong. There it is, face mask. That helps. Josh Booker, 5'11", 220. Great wrestler, too.
Yes.
I'm not sure he had wrestled much either.
I don't know. I never did ask Coach Guglielmini about that. I know he went there and wrestled this year, and I was always reading his name in the paper. He seemed to have a pretty successful year.
All right, 1st down and 10 for the Canes. Line of scrimmage, the 17-yard line. Fordham lines up in the gun. Sends a man in motion. That's Iron Jackson. Fordham will run to the right. Fordham's got room. Fordham to the 10. Fordham to the 5-yard line. Keon Fordham, another flag. Holy cats. And another hold. These referees obviously don't have dinner plans.
Yeah, what's for dinner?
Whatever you want.
I know we had lunch earlier.
And it's hard to say up here whether or not it's blatant holding or not, because really at this stage of the game, that's kind of all you need to call. Get this clock going. 33 seconds to go in the third quarter. And Manatee can goal at the 5-yard line, but the hold will put the football back.
Well, this would be funny. We'd run a touchdown. We could get a 29, the 30-yard touchdown on a 29-yard drive.
Way back at the 30-yard line. Manatee can get a first down still. Fordham takes the snap, sets up a little screen. It's complete, and breaking a tackle at the 15, to the 10, to the 5. That's Booker. He's in the end zone. That's a beautiful play as the quarterback, Keon Fordham, just lofted it over the line of scrimmage, and Booker caught it, and then it was smooth sailing into the end zone for the touchdown. It's now 41-7 Manatee. And I saw them work on that at practice a lot this week, guys. That little middle screen. And Fordham showed great touch on that. He threw that ball. Yeah. It was a beautiful throw. Extra point now. The all-important extra point is good.
Running clock.
And you know what? It's 42-7. We got a running clock before the fourth quarter. So
that was a 4-play, 29-yard drive, capped off with a 30-yard touchdown pass from Fordham to Booker. PAT good. 42-7, the good guys.
Yeah. The only thing is, why is the clock at 17 and not going?
Well, it should be cranked up like now.
You would think. All scoring recaps brought to you by Buccaneer Pond. Whether you're buying or selling, visit Buccaneer Pond. Manatee will be kicking left to right here with a 42-7 lead and what should be a running clock, but maybe it's not because of the score.
You know, we always say they should be smart and but kickoffs and stuff stop the clock because it just runs so much time.
Yeah, but
this is what they're doing now.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's good. We agree. We concur. Axel Afro, who just booted the extra point, will be kicking off. Left-footed kicker. Has not kicked it into the end zone yet. And still hasn't. Gets it to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, right up the middle, across the 30, and finally brought down at the 37-yard line. Nice return. And that will do it for the third quarter. Manatee leads 42-7. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
This is what I love, clean trucks and clean cars. That's what it's all about. Hi, I'm Zach Callis. I'm the owner of American Car Care Center, the friendliest car wash in Bradenton, Florida. We take pride at what we do here at American Car Care Center. Our employees treat your car like they would treat their own. They're here to make you happy, and our motto...
Has the football driving left or right. Quarterback back in the gun, and that is
Tony
Bartolo. Bartolo, only a sophomore, and the ball is taken back to the line of scrimmage by Bartolo. Brandon Dossie on the stop. So Bartolo, a sophomore. The other quarterback, Hayden Carlson, also a sophomore. Both of them tall, rangy kids.
Yes.
Bartolo 6'2", Carlson 6'3". Bartolo takes the snap, fires it down, and it is...
He caught it on the spot. His knee went down.
Okay, I was wondering what the heck. They stopped the play, but his knee was down when he caught it. So it's a completed pass to the 43-yard line. And it'll be 3rd down and 7. 10:45 to go in our football game. Again, Canes lead 42-7. It is a running clock. Tony Bartolo, the quarterback now for the Warriors. He takes the snap, a low one. He's rolling to the near side, fires it down, almost picked off. Wow, Claremont. No, that was Waters, I'm sorry. Cedric Waters was right there. Waters upset with himself. Ball went right through his hands. So it's 4th down and 7. Looks like they'll keep the offense out there. Incomplete pass, but with a running clock. Just keeps clicking. Canes will be back in action not a week from tonight, next Thursday against Tampa Alonzo. Remember, early kick time, 7 o'clock, 6:30 airtime. Bartolo takes the snap, rolling to the near side. He will throw it long. It's up for grabs, and it is, I believe it is caught, by Garcia. Yes, it is. Garcia went up and got it. Manatee is saying they picked it off, but when both the offense and defense have the ball, it goes to the offense. That's a nice catch there.
It's pretty sad that they do give it to him there, because the bottom line is I thought he went up and caught it, and he just happened to have his hands there. But they came down together. In the end, when you see the other team is on top of you trying to get it away, I guess it's pretty safe to say that Mike had gone over there and secured the ball pretty good.
So long pass play on 4th down, by the way. Gets the 1st down, and now they are deep into Manatee territory. Got timeout called by Steinbrenner. With 8:43 to go in our game, it's 42. Manatee Hurricane football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
This is what I love, clean trucks and clean cars. That's what it's all about. Hi, I'm Zach Callis. I'm the owner of American Car Care Center, the friendliest car wash in Bradenton, Florida. We take pride at what we do here at American Car Care Center. Our employees treat your car like they would treat their own. They're here to make you happy, and our motto is, if you're not happy, tell us. If you're happy, tell a friend.
Manatee Memorial has you covered 24/7. And American Car Care, Bradenton's premier car wash and detail center. Stop by this weekend. Zach will take care of all your needs. American Car Care, located in the 6400 block, Manatee Avenue West. Bartolo, the quarterback, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. 1st down and 10. He looks, and he fumbles the football. Let's see who has it. Manatee says they do. The Canes get another turnover.
Chauncey Green there gets the recovery, but the credit goes to number 77, Quentin Rome, who ripped that ball out of the hands of the back.
Quentin Rome getting a lot of playing time tonight, a freshman. Let's see the size of Quentin.
He's played well tonight.
Yes,
He's been in there. He's spotted people up a little bit. He's actually been spotting up Mondry quite a bit. Those two have been kind of trading in and out. on that interior portion of that lawn.
5'11", 240, Danny. Big young man, Quentin Rome.
I do not know who that running back is right now, but.
All right, Canes got some new players in the game. Ryan O'Neal in at quarterback. O'Neal gives off to the running back. Canes are just going to try to milk this clock here a little bit. O'Neal started against Palmetto. Still think that that young man could get some playing time as the season moves along. O'Neal, transfer over from Bayshore. 6'3", 195 pounds. I'd like to see him running in a little tight end with O'Neal. He's a pretty good athlete. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. Now Coleman goes in motion, and they'll give the football to Coleman, running a jet sweep. Wes has some room on the far side, picks up about 5 yards before he's dropped. It'll be 3rd down. Coleman's quick, no doubt about it. Pick up who that running back is?
Still hadn't seen that number on him. I'm not real sure who it is.
Joseph?
Little guy. See when they break this huddle if we can catch it coming out of here.
3rd down and 5 for the Hurricanes. Line of scrimmage, the 30-yard line, just shy of the 30. We'll call it the 29.
Number 2 is Napoleon Harris.
Napoleon Harris.
A sophomore.
Thank you, sir.
He played JV last year, I believe. O'Neal back in the gun. O'Neal takes the snap. Little jet sweep again, but brought down for a loss back at the 26. So Manatee will have to punt the football. What's going on here? They call another timeout?
Timeout to stop the clock since it is a running clock.
I guess I understand.
I would if you're going to give yourself an I don't.
They haven't played any football this year.
I don't disagree with doing it.
You know? So the Hurricanes are going to get victory number 1 this year to improve to 1-1. More importantly, 1-0 in district play. We're going to get some finals here too. Alonzo and Riverview interested in that game. Also interested to see if they've started back up down at IMG. IMG taking on Miami Central.
Let's see if I can get some scores to come out. I want to say hello to Rick Wilson. He said he's picking us up in Dufuniak Springs up there. Good friend of mine.
Hey guys, up there too. Also, we want to send our condolences along to the McCarthy family. Obviously, Dottie McCarthy was a great supporter of Manatee High football and passed away about a week and a half ago. And just send it out to Michelle and Chip and the whole family.
Yeah, very sweet lady. We've all. Sounds kind of weird, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Good snap. Keon gets a very, very high punt. Fair catch called for. Takes a good bounce for the Canes as it hit the 45, rolls a couple yards to the 42-yard line. You know, here's Keon, and he has run all over the field tonight. He's got to be tired, and he must have kicked that thing a mile high. Not
it went straight up.
Real deep, but, man, it just shows you what kind of leg he has.
Well, still 33 yards.
Yeah, with no return.
Yeah, the first one was 40, that one was 33.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
And, again, the best thing about it is no return, and those balls are hard to catch right there. Down to 4:25 to go. The Warriors back on offense as a little handoff goes to the running back who gets a yard or two. The quarterback is Hayden Carlson. Hakeem Harris on the stop. Harris missed some practice time. He was sick and got back out this week. He's a good player, getting some playing time. We're going to need that young man. Pick up some of the other players that are in there. 2nd down and 8. Clock under 4 minutes now. Inside handoff to that speedy freshman. He goes to the outside now and gets to midfield. That's Dion Silas. Silas, quite a playmaker. Understand he moved in from Texas, so he knows how to play some football coming from Texas. 3rd down and 3 for the Warriors. Right at midfield, driving left to right. Manatee leads this football game 42-7. We have 3:20 to go in the game as Carlson wants to throw. He fires it out, and it is complete for a first down to the 45-yard line. First down and 10. Patterson was the receiver. Manatee has played a very, very nice game tonight on both sides of the ball. Carlson takes the snap. Canes coming with pressure, a lot of pressure, and he'll go down back at the 45-yard line. Who was that getting in there? That was...
Oh, they ain't either. That was... Let me find that now. It says... It looks like a 22, but I don't know if it's 20. I know that's not Josh Booker. 23, yeah. Eric Washington.
Washington getting in there. So that's a huge loss. It's 2nd down and 23. Just 2 minutes to go in our game. Carlson to throw again. Little short pass. It's complete for about 8 yards across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Also in the game, defensive end, well, now playing on that front line anyways. Mitchell Warner, defensive lineman, sophomore, or I'm sorry, junior.
A lot of underclassmen on this roster for the Canes.
Yep. Eugene Spearman, senior, he's out there.
He played a lot last year.
Yep.
3rd down and 12. Carlson out of the gun. Here come the Canes again. Carlson being harassed. He's running to the near side, running for his life, and he just throws it out of bounds. So it'll be 4th down and 12. Clock rolling. That's what really eats up a lot of time when the play is a rollout like that. They got to set the ball, huddle up,
wander around looking for the ball.
Yeah. Officials get good at this.
Yeah, they are now.
Masters.
It's about time to throw a penalty that will take up about 60 seconds.
That should have been an intentional grounding because there was nobody over there.
4th down and 12. Under a minute to go now as Carlson takes the snap. Quick little throw out. It's complete, well short of the first down, and Manatee will take over. But I don't think they're even going to get out there because
I wouldn't even set the ball till it's under 30 seconds. I don't think they're going to.
I don't think Manatee's going to send its offense back out. That's just going to be it. Manatee will line up with a 42-7 win. The Hurricanes very complete on both sides of the ball tonight. And we're going to take a timeout, and when we return, we'll talk about this big win for the Hurricanes. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
doing as much during the off, but I know these coaches were working hard.
You know what, Gene, that's a great observation, adjusting to what you have. And a lot of coaches, well, they're a little bit stubborn. Football coaches and all really coaches in sports are just known to be a little stubborn, and they don't like changing out of what they normally do. And I think that's probably just human nature a lot of times.
Right,
But Coach Shakir has certainly changed. He's adapted. He's just done a fabulous job molding this team into something different here in the fourth week, but only really the second week.
I agree with you. I like when guys make changes, and that's what you have to do. When you adjust to what you have, it's one thing. And to beat your head against the wall, you got a choice. You can go insane and just hit against the wall a year, or you finally say, hey, listen, we'll make some changes to see if something good will happen. And a lot of times it does happen. In some cases it won't. Quickly wrap up what we did offensively tonight. The Manatee Hurricanes amassed 468 yards of offense tonight. Keon Fordham in the air was 8 of 15, 211 yards, 1 touchdown. On the ground, carried the ball 13 times, 183 yards, 4 touchdowns. Josh Booker finished the night with 12 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown, as well as 2 receptions for 47 yards and a touchdown. So, great job offensively. I think the offensive line played a little bit better, and it makes the offensive line look better when you got a guy who's mobile enough to get out of some of the trouble that he's in.
Yep, Gene, next week another district game right back here in Hillsborough County against Alonzo, and should be a little different around the school this week after a big win.
Yeah, it's going to be different around our whole community because people are going to say, wait a minute, they lost to Palmetto like that and they came back against Steinbrenner after a little bit of changes, and it's going to be exciting to see, and definitely Wednesday night at Buffalo Wild Wings will be really exciting.
Yep, we'll be there Wednesday night, 6 to 7, to recap this game and preview the Alonzo game, which again will be played next Thursday night. I want to thank everyone involved in tonight's broadcast back at the WLSS studios. Joe Weaver doing yet another fabulous job here in the booth. Danny Carter on the field. Gene Brown. Once again, our final 42-7 Manatee wins it. Until Wednesday night, Dave Bristow. So long, everyone.